Welcome to another episode of the Married Game Podcast with a voice you trust when it comes to lust, and we are who you hire when she lacks desire. At Thanksgiving, people love turkey and stuffing, but my favorite thing Jessie made lately is her chocolate muffin.
Oh man, you already ate all of them.
I have almost eaten all of them.
Yes.
But we also want to talk about what makes a really great date and how much women hate going out with a cheapskate.
Ooh, that one's good.
See?
There you go.
Oh, you don't like it when I talk about your muffins. You get
Talk about my
nervous.
muffins.
Don't talk about my muffins.
Talk about my muffins.
What a fantastic fucking day to be alive, obviously. And a day to talk about men being cheapskates. This is not going to fly over well in woman world.
Yeah, because a woman's gonna be like, "Don't do it."
Yeah, it's this.
Just don't do it.
I had a client recently. I said, "Hey man, are you kind of cheap?" He goes, "Oh yeah, my wife makes fun of me. I'm a bit of a cheapskate." I'm not exactly sure why he was like, "I got to change this." I'm like, "Yeah, you got to."
He wasn't proud of it.
No,
some people are proud of it.
That's the thing I was about ready to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why some guys are. He was not. He was just kind of like, "Oh God, yeah." I said, "Let me guess. Your wife hates it." Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Yeah." And her and her friends kind of make fun of me because of it. Mm-hmm. I said, "So what is another synonym, or to use a culinary word, cinnamon? What is the cinnamon word for cheapskate? What's some that mean the same thing, but they're synonyms? Scarce,
Mm-hmm.
lack,
Mm-hmm.
not enough, limited. Mm-hmm. All of these things that keep a man scarce, and because he has, watch this. This is the key to married game. Mm-hmm. When you have that scarce energy, you attract scarcity.
Yeah. It's like you're stuck in only thinking about right then and not about the future, right? Because when you nickel and dime someone, which is like that. Like, I've worked for someone who was like nickel and diming everything, and I think it hurts him in the end because obviously I don't want to work there. Nobody likes to be around that when you're like, oh, you could only have a little, but when you give more in abundance, you get more.
Yeah. Here's why I believe men have a hard time with being generous, because they also don't know how to draw and protect their own boundaries.
Explain more on that.
I love
being
being generous, but if I do feel somebody's taking advantage of me, I don't have a problem saying, "Hey, I think we're at enough here." Mm-hmm. So people will be taken advantage of, and it feels awkward to tell somebody, "Hey, I think you're taking advantage of me."
Right.
That's an awkward human interaction, mm-hmm. And yet, but a lot of men will, because they're not willing to have that awkward interaction, mm-hmm. They are afraid of just being used. Mm-hmm. I had a client, very wealthy, I mean, to the tune of lots of millions a month type wealthy. And his assistant was like, "Hey, I just want to make sure that he doesn't get taken advantage of." I said, "Well, if we don't teach him how to not be taken advantage of, then he has a weakness forever, doesn't he?" Mm-hmm. And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "We're not trying to protect him from being weak. Why don't we make him strong so he doesn't have to worry about it?"
That's good.
And that's the difference. It's the difference. Is this, if you're trying to protect yourself from what? From whom? If you can become this guy that says, "No, I'm going to live by the laws of generosity. I'm going to give more than I take." That's just the simple. I give more than I take. And it's not even that I give more than I take. It's I give more than I receive. Mm-hmm. And I'm learning this in so many ways in my own life about, it's not about you, Keith. It's how you show up in service to others. And this cheapskate mentality is selfish. Mm-hmm. It's what can I hoard? What can I keep? And it doesn't trust that the actual flow of the universe, the flow of this world, is abundant. But dude, every single Tuesday morning, what do you hear? Lawnmowers and hedgers and trimmers. What are they doing? They're cutting the abundance of growth from that week. Mm-hmm. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's always growing. The waves are always crashing. That's the way it is. But we as men go, "Oh, I'm going to hoard this. I'm going to be a hoarder." And so they hoard their emotions. They hoard their feelings. They don't share their truth because they're so afraid of what are you going to do with it.
People who are hoarders and don't like to give and cheapskates are also takers. They're when someone's willing to give, they're sure not afraid to take, are they?
Mm-hmm.
And take and kind of hoard what other people are giving them, and they don't give back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's such a negative trait in people.
Yeah. I had to overcome this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come from a lot. So there were some times where I had some rich friends that would give me some hand-me-downs, but they were super nice. And I would get obsessed, hoard, oh, I'm going to get what I want. And it was just this thing that I learned. It was conditioned in me from people who were scarce.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't understand abundance, when you don't really believe what this is like, here's the biggest difference. You ready for a mindset shift?
Yeah.
If you walk around on land, you automatically know there's an abundance of air. You've never lacked it because you knew if you lacked it, you would be dead. Take that same human and now you put him underwater and you say you get one breath every 1 minute. Well, he's going to look at that oxygen very, very, very differently than you and I walking around up here.
Mm-hmm.
Same animal, same creature, different environment, different thing that they were subjected to and submerged to how they think about that thing. So you and I might walk around and go, there's an abundance of love. If you don't pick me, that's okay. There's 100 other people that will. And if I don't pick you, there's 100 other people who pick you. But fuck, it's great to fucking be with the top dog.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. Let's keep going. Well, you and I might think that, but somebody else might be like, well, that's not true. Love is this very scarce thing that you have to hold on to, and you hold on to it so tight, you almost act desperate and clingy, like you can never let it go. And that person goes, oh shit, I'm completing this guy's identity somehow. He doesn't even have his own. Mm-hmm. And that's ew.
Just like being cheap, being needy both are very unattractive.
It's this. They're from the same. They're in the same family.
Taker.
They're like
me,
the same
me. What can
family.
I get?
Yeah, they all showed up on the same bus.
Serve me. Only me. It's like you're only thinking about yourself.
Yeah, and it closes you down to what you really. We were talking about it today. Is like this. If I'm only thinking about what's in it for me and I'm gonna get what I want, rather than wait a second, why don't I help the person in front of me try and get exactly what they want? I'm trying to manipulate and manually take pennies.
Right.
That yet if I was actually abundant in nature and realized there's these 4 or 5 paths that would be a blessing to them more than me.
Yep. Then
the bounty of that is hundreds of dollars.
Exactly.
They're not even comparable. Mm-hmm. But yet our brain gets stuck on the pennies. And I know this story is not about pennies. No, this story is not about, it's about this understanding of there's so much.
Yep. An abundant mind thinking.
And everything.
But plus it's highly unattractive to be
okay, so let's just talk about the practicality.
Yeah.
If a dude is a cheapskate. So, hey, listen, we know that some of you guys are listening, you're cheapskates. And you're frugal, and you sharpen your pencil, and you always ask for a discount, and you needle people down, and is that your best price? And there's just this kind of mentality of how can I get a good deal? And I get it. I'm not saying I didn't used to be that way. Mm-hmm. I just eliminated that from my entire vocabulary. Hey, I don't even joke around with it anymore. Like I used to if I was at a store just for funsies. Mm-hmm. I would just be messing around with the employee. I'm like, okay, so you're putting the employee discount in, right? You know what I mean? Just to fuck with them. They're like, oh, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I remember that. Okay, I would just, but I don't even do that anymore because I don't even want it to be partially in my conscious or even subconscious.
Jokes are a little bit true.
Yeah, they're just no, I'm not gonna.
Don't even put that out there.
No.
Yeah, you used to joke about that. It was embarrassing for me.
It's like, oh man, the place, the clothes at that place are super expensive. It's like, no, they're not.
Right.
Compared to what? We make 20x what most people actually make. That clothes is only 4x what normal clothes are cost. That's still,
yep.
You have to adjust your mind and adjust your thing. When you tip, when you serve people, this is a practicality. If you're trying to get over being a cheapskate, and because your wife makes fun of you, and how does somebody feel taken care of and secure if you're not willing to spend much money on them? I used to be this guy. It's just why I'm kind of going off on him a little bit. I used to be this guy. You didn't really know me this way.
I was about to say that in our old relationship when I first met you, you were better at it than me in certain areas and me better in certain areas. But you helped me overcome because I grew up pretty poor but not with a huge scarcity mindset, because I had a lot of things in life, just not like an abundance of money. So I struggled with it, overcoming. So you're like, get two, right? Those are the things that kind of help me get over it. If you want one, I don't know, you like two colors, get two. So that's how you would be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I still like, well, I just need one. And you're like, well, get two if you like them. Yeah. So you really helped me overcome my childhood issues in that way.
Hell yeah. Yeah, now you don't have any problem with it. You're
like, what did you say? You have no problem ordering or getting food or
Thank you, Coach. You're like, Coach Keith unlocked me, and now I get to go spend all this money. No, the truth of the matter is it's not even about that.
Yeah.
It's about the mentality that says there's just so much. Mm-hmm. And if you like it, this cheapskate mentality. If you boil it down, this is what I found. I'm not a psychologist. What the fuck do I know? You know what I mean? I'm just a dude that's got a podcast with a beautiful wife, just saying what the fuck we even doing here. These are our opinions.
Yeah.
We've been blessed in all of these areas, and we have abundance in all these areas. Mm-hmm. Are there more abundant people than us in all these areas? Most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, it is what it is. Yeah. Abundance is abundance. Abundance means there's way more than enough. That's a good feeling to go, hey, there's more than enough here.
Well, I love how you said that you got rid of those jokes that you would say or things, because you have not done that in a really long time. But when you used to do it, I was like, I just like standing there while you playing this joke. I'm like, I'm so embarrassed now.
Yeah. I don't even say the words I wish.
No, but what I'm saying for the wives with their husbands doing this right in front of them, and the wives are just standing there waiting for them to be done throwing their fit. Yeah. That's what it feels like. It's like, I'm with this fucking guy. It's embarrassing.
Dude, I'm so glad you said that.
That's how it feels.
Well, no shit.
I'm not with the man who walks in and handles biz and takes care of and gives a 20. We get a good spot. Like, I'm not with that guy. Like, shit. That's how it feels. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Not with the man that I feel taken care of.
So thank you. You've done a fantastic job.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I'm so glad we had you on the show today.
You're welcome.
Guys, let's give it up for Jesse.
Ew, stop it. I hate you. No. What did I say before we started this? You ever been so over someone's shit?
Oh, no.
You're just on a roll today. That's all.
Yeah. So sharing the woman's perspective, men need to hear that.
That's what I'm here for.
But they heard it from their wife, and they think their wife just doesn't get it.
Right.
They're being prudent, and they're being the aunt.
They probably think they're taking care of the family because they're saving the nickels and dimes.
Yeah. And yet
instead of making more.
Yeah.
Make a little bit more. Be real generous. Yeah. Like how you said, pennies to hundreds. Like, it really does flow that way.
So what's some practical ideas that a guy can start to listen? Being abundant is an action. Yes, it's an attitude, but a lot of you guys just need to start taking action. Here's how I do it. Whatever you normally tip, just double that. So I'm only a 15% tipper, you're at 30% now. Mm-hmm. If you're a 20% tipper, you're a 40% now. If that doesn't register and you're like that, if it's a $200 meal and it's a $50 tip or a $100 tip, that doesn't like move the needle for you, then just double it. And just everywhere you go, double. That's where my mentality is. Whatever the meal is, double it for the tip, and I just have Jovi do it. Mm-hmm. So that way I'm teaching her math, Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, these aren't flexes. These are exercises in helping you become generous. These are exercises in showing your gratitude for those waiting on you and serving you. These are exercises in giving away, and the best thing I ever heard about giving was whenever you give, you're giving away your own greed. I thought that was such an interesting way. And so when you go 15%, I should do 30% just because Keith and Jesse said do it. Well, go a week and do it. You don't have to believe it because I said it.
Right.
Why would you do that? I'm just some dumb dude on the internet talking about fucking penises and vaginas. But go try it for a week. Ask yourself how you feel. Another very simple tip is put as much as you are uncomfortable in your pocket with cash. I always like to have around $1,000 in my pocket. Sometimes it gets down to $500 or $300 or $400, but that's when my level's like, hey, you gotta put the bread back in your pocket. Why? Because $1,000 is pocket change. It's supposed to be like, if you robbed me, here's $1,000. Like, fuck, we lost $10, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a mentality shift. I learned that from one of my early real estate coaches. Like, get comfortable walking around with a knot in your pocket, so that way that becomes normal. Another way is shifting the zero and the decimal. So if you are going to buy something, it's $475 to get an Uber Black from here to LAX. But that's the way you roll. And so move the decimal from, rather than $475, move it to 47.5. You just 10x your thinking right there, and you go, oh, it's only $47.
Yep.
Now, some of you guys may not have that kind of money.
Well, all that time Ubering too, how much work can you get done? I mean, it's beneficial.
This is the thing. If you're wondering how much your time is worth, you have to go get my good friend Dan Martell's Buy Back Your Time book. Like, you just, it will radically change why you're doing this. Some of you guys are cheapskates in this way too, the opposite. You're out mowing your lawn, and you're out picking weeds, and you're out doing chores because you're a man, when you could hire a guy for $150 to go do all that, and you've bought back 3 to 5 hours of your time, and now you're spending it with your family. And now you're being generous, not just your cash, but with your time. And now you have the energy of generosity, which means you're not a tight pipe, you're a big pipe. You're expanded, so all this stuff can flow through you. I want billions of dollars to flow through me. Not because I want to say I'm a billionaire, but dude, you know how much fucking good we could do with $1 billion?
That's what I'm saying.
Holy motherfuck. So it's like, this is a mentality like, wow, there's an instrument that a universe's abundance can use, because he don't give a fuck. It's just, let's be a good steward. So there's a lot of these things that can change the cheapskateness of it, and everyone around you hates you because of it. Your kids are going to adopt the worst fucking mentality around money, giving, time, energy, and attention to others. It's disgusting. And if your wife divorces you over it, and you think that's the thing you're going to take into being single, you are never going to get fucked ever by anybody of any value. So that's my opinion about that. Jesse, Joy, you got any further comments?
Well, I was just going to say, you. So I was talking to my mom, and you had hired someone to change all the air filters, which I was like, oh my God, that's so nice of him to like think of that and do that. Like, I thought that was a manly job, but her old way of thinking, she's like, he didn't do it himself. I was like, no, why? He's working. So, like, I know it's hard for people to overcome these things. Like, that's how far I've come from my thinking. If that was my mom, I thought, I was like, that's so great. You hired someone. Like, go do it. So it's going to be hard for people.
Yeah. There's levels. Steps, There's levels of it. But also, when you're a cheapskate, what you're saying is, I don't value the quality of the experience. I'm just wanting to say I did it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
What a gay way to live life.
Like Disneyland, right?
Were
you just thinking that?
I was thinking concerts, VIP tickets, any of that type of shit.
I want the VIP. I don't want to wait in line. I want the whole experience.
You go to Universal Studios, you pay an extra, I think, $200 or $300, and you get to cut all the lines. And Jovi and I will go on a roller coaster 7 times by the time persons moved like 20 feet. Like,
you can wait 3 hours in line for one ride. That's max 10 minutes.
Yeah, and your family's watching me and my family run past going, no, I want the first one. I want the, no, you got the front one last time. Okay, your turn this time, but I'm coming back when we go. And they're like, that fucking family's ran by here 7 times.
And whoever this sounds bad to, they have a lot of work to do.
Oh, Jesus, Jesse.
Because I used to feel that. I used to feel that back in the day. Like,
ooh, that
kind of like, I used to say, do we need that? We don't need that.
Yeah.
No, we don't need it. We want it. I've come a long way.
Yeah. I was telling
if they're feeling that way,
yes,
got a lot of work, bro.
Yeah. If you're repelling at any of this, it's the sign you might want to look into and figure out why.
Yeah, and where that comes from, why.
Yeah, we used to have it. We used to have all that.
Yeah.
So these are things that if you value experience, your kids are going to value them way more, and you're putting more intention in and on it. I just think it's critical to not be cheap, to not be stingy. And what is the benefit? You are a wife of a man who's not lived this way just for a year. I have been this way for quite some time, almost probably not maybe the entire time you know me, but almost. And
off and on and about different things, but yeah.
But we're going somewhere, we're sitting in the best fucking spot.
We used to like not go on vacation very much. We would travel for work only, and now we've set that in place. Like you have let a lot of things go.
Yeah, got it. But when we go out at night,
yeah,
and you know you're not with a cheapskate, what does that do for you?
Well, I feel like not like rich money-wise, but the richest girl alive, like, because I feel so taken care of and loved. It's not about like, so if we see where we want to sit, you'll pay the money, we won't wait in line, we'll get whatever you want to order, get whatever you drink. Not like, okay, we can only have this and that, we have a budget. It's not like, I just feel as free as a bird, you know?
Yeah.
And loved, and I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either. And a lot of that came down to understanding how money works, why it works, and
the abundance of it. And
how to create value to where you'll always feel like it's always flowing. It will never stop. There's no reason for it to ever stop. These are interesting things for a man to think through. And I can tell you it was a time when I wasn't able to provide all the things that we provide now and do the things now, and I wanted to, but I never shit on people who did. In fact, I was inspired and said, well, how the fuck did you do it? You don't come off like a rocket scientist, so you may have figured something out that I might be able to figure out. And that has always led me to the thing that has been able to create a lot of abundance in our life. So,
like if they can do it, I can do it. Like not hating on them, but like inspired. Like if they got it, and they're just people, we're people, we can get it, we can do it. It makes you work harder.
Yeah.
When you see that, huh?
Yeah, it inspires.
Yeah.
Exposure is the gateway to expansion. When you expose the lies that you believe in, but then you also now exposed to a new level of truth that you weren't aware of, you start to almost get hope from it. Like, oh shit, what have I been doing? I fell asleep again. Shit, wake up. Here we go. Let's go. We're got to get back on this. And it's always the same principles, even when the guys all the way up to our one-on-one level where they're paying us a bunch of dough to like have us look at their very thing, it's still coming back to the core of what the thing it is. It's the core, like, okay, you're trying to get accepted there. No problem. We all want that. But you don't have to be there. You don't have to stay there. We can adjust this. It's just having somebody come in and saying, this belief that you hold so dear, can we examine this maybe a little bit?
Oh, what'd you say here? Let's tweak this. Yeah. That verbiage there.
Yeah. Because it leads to the thing that we're asking for. Yeah. Beautiful. So don't be a fucking cheapskate. There's absolutely no reason in the world why you should be broke in 2025 if you're listening to this podcast. That means you got a fucking computer in your pocket you're listening to this thing on. So you've got access to a lot. How's that feel?
Feels great.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Hopefully it's inspiring to people to not be this way. And as a punchline to all of that, when you're generous, watch what it comes back to you. You think you can handle it. And the next lesson you're going to have to learn is how to receive. That's also very hard too, but also part of the journey. So with that being said, we got a new segment called The Confession Chair, where listeners let us know how much they want to bang me. No, just kidding. Confession Chair. Listeners confess to some questions weighing heavy on their minds. Dun, dun, dun. Ba, ba, ba. What comes to your mind immediately when I read that headline?
What I thought initially was like something that I would have to dive deep and share.
Okay, but what do you think's in here?
I don't know.
I'm bracing for like an infidelity thing.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
Okay,
but I was
now we're talking.
I was questioning my thoughts. So
that's
I don't know.
Popped into my head.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah, just say.
Here we go. All right, first one in the confession chair. Number one, why do I always feel lonely when I'm on dates with my wife?
Gotta ask a lot of questions following up on that one.
Is this the shit priests deal with in their confessional booths?
I have questions to that.
Well, okay, but give us your intelligent answer. Why do I always feel lonely when I'm on dates with my wife?
They're obviously missing the connection. So he doesn't feel like he's connecting with her or feeling heard or seen. That makes you feel lonely. But I want to ask, like, well, do you guys talk on a regular basis? Do you guys, how many dates you go on? How much sex are you having? You know, all those questions.
Yeah.
But they're obviously just missing the connection.
When I read this, my first initial reaction when somebody says, why do I always feel so lonely when I'm on dates with my wife? It's because you're not a good conversationalist. Do you want to respond to my response?
Well, yes, because, sometimes it's hard to talk to someone who's not receiving, or they have shut down the conversation constantly. Mm-hmm. So they're both not feeling heard or seen in their own way. However, they're not.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that if he's a good conversationalist, if he learns the skill of being a good conversationalist,
he'll open her up.
Yeah.
And then they'll start finally communicating.
And maybe he only needs to ask 2 or 3 questions and finally realizes, oh, she's not attracted to him, would rather not be sitting at the table with him. And the reason he feels lonely is because she has shut off all affection to him for the last 24 months. And that's the real answer. Mm-hmm. But if he's not a good conversation, he doesn't know any of that. And he sits there like a pouty little bee and doesn't know what to do. And he's like, so I guess we're not going to have a conversation, are we? Why do we even go out on date night? What the hell? Like, what's up, Tina? You know what I'm saying? Like, I spent a lot of money on this one dozen of roses, and I got us the best seat at BJ's.
Yep.
He said, be generous. I'm going to tip this waitress 30%, motherfucker. And you're up here with attitude?
Wow.
Jesus. That's kind of...
Did that happen to you before?
Jesse, girl, you don't even know anything.
Sensitive much?
No, but why do I feel lonely is because he doesn't understand how to open... I've never been lonely.
I have been very lonely with you. That's why I broke up with you.
But I wasn't.
No,
he's asking why he feels lonely. I wasn't lonely.
I felt very lonely with you.
Yeah. And you need to learn to speak up.
I didn't feel heard at all.
Yeah.
I didn't feel understood. I didn't feel like you knew me whatsoever.
But we were still having somewhat decent conversations. Even
well,
by the
I'm
time
pretty awesome, so.
Oh God, here we go. All right, so the confessional chair is basically if he became a better conversationalist,
if he had that accent,
he could pull out from her and go, I notice we don't talk much. Mm-hmm. You've been real quiet around the farm lately. What's going on?
I mean, just say something, right?
Ask her a damn question and wait for an answer. Use that as the springboard to your next question for further understanding, brother.
Damn, George, you're good.
So anyhow,
next.
By the way, we have a howtobecomegreatatconversationalist.com. No, just kidding. All right. That thing floated. Cute. I liked it. Number 2. I want to explore more kinks, but my partner has absolutely no desire. It's hard enough to even get her interested in having normal sex. What should I do?
Oosh, they sound like they're pretty opposite.
What's your answer, Jesse Joy?
Why am I first? That one's a hard one.
Ladies first. Hey.
Hey.
You want me to jump in on this one?
Yeah.
My first line of questioning would be, okay, what was it like in the beginning? What was everybody's down to explore extra holes on the first, experience because they don't, you know what I mean?
They're up for anything at that point.
Yeah, they kind of got that I'm up for anything vibe.
Yeah.
But I would ask, what was it like in the beginning? Is this something you guys explored and now is being taken away? And you're like, yo, dude, I bought the VIP package and you're sticking me in general admission. What the fuck? Like, these are questions that I need to know to be able to answer this truly. I want to explore more kinks, but let's assume there's been no kink talk whatsoever. The kink communication has been absolutely
like
minimal.
Even from the beginning, and then he's just springing it on her, like kind of middle relationship.
Yep.
Like, oh, I like these things, and she's like thrown off.
And there should be nothing wrong with that, because if a man's intellect, his money, his everything, and his worldview grows, his sexual appetite might change as well. It's not we can't like, well, you were into that at 18 and you're stuck to that. It's like, I don't know, dude. Feet are looking really fucking cute anymore. I don't, it hasn't been a thing of mine, but shit, with the right toe polish and the right lighting angle, damn, that's a sexy looking foot. So who fucking knows?
Yeah, it's true.
And I don't know what the kinks are. So I think that couples should be able to say, "Hey, I am into this," and
I definitely agree.
And and they want, of course, they don't want their partner to shame them for that. But most of the time they do. And if she's barely having normal sex,
that's what will trip me up. I'm like, ooh, how did that even? Why aren't they even having normal sex? Yeah. What's going on there?
Yeah, these are all the questions underlying.
So if they're not even having normal, like regular sex, and then he wants to talk about kinks, it's a big of a jump.
Let's take it one step further for fun.
Okay.
Because we're in the middle. Let's go all the way to the end. let's assume they've never talked about kinks before ever. They do their missionary and it's fine. Which that's a real missionary's a closer move, dude. There's a lot of closing power in the missionary.
Yes.
And we love missionaries. Okay. And we call this thing the gospel of married game for nothing. Right. Let's assume that they actually just do have normal sex. That she's interested in normal sex. What would you say then? So let's just assume it's a pretty clean slate.
Then I would think that he needs to have the conversation of just taking things little by little, because baby steps, right? If you jump too far to the wigs and the leather and all that, that's a big jump. So when you start can we try doggy style? Can you go down on me? Baby steps to get there, and then maybe go a little further. Got it. So he can ask her if they take it a little bit more, try one little thing here and there. Then I think that over time that she'll be more comfortable and know that he's he's got you. You're safe here to explore situation.
Got it. Cool.
But my first question in that specific, the way that was phrased is, why aren't they even having regular sex? Why can't they even talk about it? What's really going on? And is he really being the man that she feels safe with?
I would probably tell this guy, or the hypothetical guy we've created out of this guy, I would tell him, to lead with some curiosity as well. Hey, what are your thoughts around this? What are your thoughts around this? What comes up for you when that comes? I would want to know what somebody's emotional trigger around something is.
They'd probably even have a hard time talking about sex.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's where I'd want to hey, what are your thoughts about this? You and I have kind of always approached it that way. Hey, what are your thoughts on this? What is your real opinion about this? We've done that a number of times. So I think has always worked well for us to be able to have a conversation about something. Whereas most people, they almost have they feel like they're finally standing up to the bully moment, and so they're quiet, and then they unleash, and it becomes almost used as a weapon against that human, and that person goes, well, of course, and you want me to like it? How am I? What the fuck? So It creates a real interesting situation for him.
I've said this a while ago, but I feel like a lot of people, we're in our own way, right? We're human and we create our own problems. But when you create an issue around sex, it's kind of like that. You feel so he probably feels like she's not doing it for me and she's taking advantage, blah, 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 and because she's not giving it regularly or even open to it or initiating or doesn't even want to talk about it. So he feels so then all of a sudden he's going to explode and then pout. And then now this is a cycle for him. Yell at her, pout about it, not get what he wants, and now you have a huge issue around sex. When you could have been how many times a week do you like to do it? What are you interested in? And talk about it instead of creating an issue about it. Because when you don't talk about it, you're creating the issue about it.
With as clear as what you just said, hey, why don't they just say it? Because if you hold it back, you're actually creating the issue.
Yeah.
They think by not saying it, they're not going to create an issue. Right. And they use that very language. I don't want to create an issue between us. You have one. You're fucking secretly
you made one.
dealing with
You already got one right now.
You have one right now.
If you're thinking about it and it bothers you, you have an issue.
You got an issue.
There's an issue now.
So this is where everybody thinks to bring up an issue has to be a fight, a war, or it has to be I have to win, as opposed to tell me about this. Hey, I'm experiencing this. Recently, I came up and said, hey, I'm experiencing this, and it's 100% on me. It has nothing to do with you. I'm just working through it. Because I was aware of it. It was on me. It had nothing to do with you. And yet I said, I just wanted you to be aware of it. Because this is me dealing with something. No issue. Actually, it led to some fantastic fucking conversation.
Absolutely.
That's as clear as you said it. Most people are afraid if they bring it up. And I think the reason they're so afraid to bring it up is because they think they know the answer and they want to convince their person of what the answer is, as opposed to come into the arena and go, I've got some ideas, but you and I have never talked about it. You might have some equally interesting, captivating, better ideas than me. And the best ideas are going to create the best outcome for whoever's following them. So I'm up for the best idea.
That's good.
So, yeah.
Next.
Question number 3 on the confession chair. Here we go. Question number 3 on the confession chair. Is it weird that I fantasize about being single? I can't tell if that's a sign that my marriage is failing or if I'm just horny.
It's not weird. But yeah, there's probably something going on.
Like what, Jesse Joy?
Well, are you getting your needs met? Are no one knows the bucket theory, but I was saying, are all your buckets filled somewhat, of things that you need in your life? Certain categories of things that you need in your life, are those somewhat filled? Do you fantasize about being single or just the action?
I think what he means by fantasizing being single is having the freedom to go bang.
So just the action, basically, or like it's
when
not
you
weird.
Say the action,
sex. It's just sex.
But there's more action to, like, sex is the ninth inning of the.
So is he just horny and not getting enough of his needs met with his wife, or does he really want to be single and want the whole action of it? I would think about this: if you left your wife, would you be sad? Go through the whole process. If you actually got the divorce, did all the stuff, think about it in your mind. Would you be sad? Would you miss her? Or no? Do you think you'd be happy? Well, I don't know. You got to come up with your own answer on that one.
I agree with you in that situation, but a guy that to come up with his own answer has to get really clear on himself first.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're not getting sex, there's a reason you're not getting sex. Most likely you're not following the 5 dials and you're sucking ass in one or all of them. If that's the case and you built your life up by the 5 dial system and you truly built yourself up, then you're going to see things very, very differently.
Yes.
And you're going to realize, oh shit, maybe that will very much most likely solve the problem of actual sex within your thing. Yeah. Now, if she isn't moaning, groaning, and doing the thing like on your favorite YouTube video or YouPorn video, how do you get her there? That's probably what a guy's looking for. And if he can't get his wife into him that way, he's like, is it bad for me to be thinking about that and wanting that? And is my marriage bad or am I just horny?
There's so many different routes, to is it just about sex or do you genuinely enjoy your wife? Those are questions. And then if you don't, then how are you showing up?
I don't like to use the word weird.
Right.
About anything because it's like, dude, you're a one of one.
I used to say it, you're weird, and you're like, no, I'm not, but you just
but it's it is. Hey, if you're fantasizing about being single, I always say, well, get curious about it. I don't know if it's a sign that your marriage is failing. It might be the structure of the marriage you're in right now might not be what you like.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 4, my wife has gained weight and I'm not attracted to her anymore, even though I emotionally still love her. What should I do?
How does he look? I want to know that too.
Okay. So you're gonna go right to let's find out what he looks like.
Who's judging? You know what I'm saying?
Let's assume he's in good
amazing shape,
and
she is not.
Anymore. So it's she has gained weight, meaning when she went through the process of saying I'll be yours, she was at this weight, and then she's let herself climb or creep up the mountain of weight gain.
Sure. There's also a little bit, I gotta speak for the women, is there some grace? Did she just have a baby? That's still no excuse 3 years later whatsoever. But what's going on?
No talk of baby in this one, but you're saying...
But just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
I gotta speak for women in that.
Yeah, cool.
Because that's not fair. I mean, we gain 50 pounds, Yeah. Okay, but if just for whatever reason she had a kid, it's 3 years ago, but she never took off the baby weight, she still won't take it off, she's not working out. It's really important that your partner is attracted to you. That's the person you're going through life with. So you literally have to have the hard conversation. Be like, I've noticed you're not working out anymore, or your eating habits, ask the questions before you say, you this and you that. But I would start asking those questions and then say, I see us as a fit couple together. I want to be healthy. I love you so much. I want you to do this with me, and encourage her that way. And then if she still didn't want to, what would you suggest then?
We're asking you.
Spotlight's on you. I don't want to go through life with someone fat.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. So what do you...
when you were fat, but I just think that mentality of fat, like when you're not going to the gym, you're not eating right. Like you also have that mentality about a lot of other things, and that's just not the person I want to be with.
Yeah.
It's not just about being fat. It's about your motivation in life. It's about your drive and excitement and want to be healthy and want to be the best you can be. And that person's not doing that, obviously. And that's not fair. If like I'm trying this hard and you're not, I wouldn't want to be with someone like that.
Yeah.
Never want to be with someone like that.
I'm going to say something that might shock you a little bit, but I agree with everything you say. That's not the shocking part.
Yeah.
The shocking part is I think men have been told they shouldn't tell their wife this. And while as much as we preach, I'm the problem, I'm the solution, that doesn't mean that you still don't have problems that you're the solution to in your life as well. And if I'm always trying to fix them, I'm not letting you grow as a human to fix those. And by shielding you from truth, I'm shielding you from actually the water and the seed that's going to cause you to grow. So I think in a way, it's going to go against a lot of people's opinions, but I think that you should just tell her the truth.
Yeah.
Hey, you've gained a lot of weight since we've been married, and I'm not attracted to you in that way. When you are thin, like you when we met, I can't keep my hands off of you. I wouldn't want to live a lie. And this pretending because I'm going to hurt your feelings, maybe that human needs their feelings hurt. Because you know when my biggest growth was?
When I hurt your feelings?
When my fucking feelings got hurt. When my 3 friends sat around and said, in every room you walk into, you suck the energy out of it. And you're like a Dyson fucking vacuum. Our new nickname for you is Dyson.
Damn.
And I was like, well, that woke me up.
Yeah.
When you left me, when you said, dude, my life would be better without you in it, that hurt my feelings. And it woke me the fuck up. When that guy said, I'm not going to do your podcast because you don't have a 6-pack, that hurt my feelings a little bit, and it woke me up.
Yeah.
Like, every time my feelings were hurt, it woke me the fuck up. So why would I not let you experience the same problem? Because I think you're weak. You can't handle it because you're whatever. And it would ultimately be, what is the standard I met you at? That's what I'm expecting you to maintain. Yeah. If I married you and you were 300 pounds and now we're fucking married for 10 years, like, you know what? You're not 120. I'm sorry. That's a different situation. Exactly. It's like, what did you buy and what did you sell? What did you buy into each other? What did you sell each other? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I sold you, I was 185 pounds of fucking tiger meat wrapped in barbed wire. I got stopped on the fucking Newport Pier twice before I came and saw you by girls going, damn, you have an amazing body. That's what I sold you.
1 year later?
1 year later, nope. you fat me up. You fat me
Those
up.
Those damn muffins, huh?
Those damn muffins and all that stuff. But it's bait and switch.
Yep.
So I don't want to live in a world where we're coddling everybody and being like, fuck that. Yeah. Bro, you have to check yourself first. Are you the paragon of fitness? Are you what you were? If you're overweight, then nobody should listen to you. Shut your fucking mouth. But if you are still the example of what you were and she gained, then what she's saying is the priority is no longer to stay the same that she was. It's not. She's changed.
Yeah.
And the same way,
not in a good way either.
But the same goes with sex. Imagine, just imagine, there you are. Dun, 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 dun,
wow.
Down the thing, and one of your wife's vows is, we are going to have the best sex ever for the next 2 years, and then I'm going to fucking be over it, and you're not going to hardly get it at all.
He'll be like, I'm out, I'm running away right now.
Every motherfucker that has any shred of dignity at all would be like, and I wish you the best of luck to the idiot that fucking marries you. See you later. Nice meeting you, almost future Mr. Father-in-law. Best of luck to you. Not happening. Well, why is that any fucking different? Then a girl says, yeah, I married you, I got fit and I attracted you, and now I pulled you in, now you're in my fucking Venus trap and I'm fat as fuck. and you have to move my fucking big fat belly to get down to my vagina?
Oh,
fuck that.
That was extreme.
It's reality, Jessie Joy.
No, it's true.
It's reality. I would be pissed.
I was very pissed.
I don't blame you. So, yeah, that's...
Yes.
Listen, you don't have to take my advice. This might only be for the select few. But those select few, you know this is the right answer. Did you see how it just dropped into frame? I mean, are we fucking good or good around here? Let's go. Number 5, me and my wife have weaponized therapy against each other. Good job.
All proud.
Well done. I genuinely want to make this work, but there is so much resentment in our marriage. How do I dig my way out of this? Dun, dun, dun.
It's a deep question. I think that what they need to do is just kind of what you were just saying, like not hurt their feelings, but be honest. Be so fucking honest that there's no other words clouding what you just said. Be so honest and real about your feelings. You can only like rebuild from there, you know? Like swipe, okay, you did this, we did this, like let's just get it all out. You have to get it all out. Like now, how do we want to move on and how do we want to live from here on out?
There's going to be a lot of emotional fucking shenanigans that are going to go in to pull all that off.
Hell yeah.
So let's talk about what they might be so that as they take your sage advice, we might be able to walk them through some of the fucking...
They both have to be like in the mode, like ready? Are you ready to like just get rid, like stay up all night? We're going to talk all night. We're going to get it all out. We're going to try not to yell. We're going to try to hear each other. You just both have to be like, do we want this to work? Are we really going to try? Are we really going to do this? Put our swords down. Let's get it all out. You know? That's what I would do. I hate you. What? Go ahead.
To explain to the crowd why you hate me.
Just your face.
You hate my face?
Yeah,
See?
but I love it.
I know, right? I think this is a weak man's way of doing things. When he says we've weaponized therapy against each other, I think you end up in therapy with a woman because you're not clear about who you are, you're not clear about what your boundaries are, and you're not clear about what the consequences of those boundaries are. That's an oversimplification, but that's what I believe. I'm not going to weaponize anything against you because I'm not here to hurt you. Period. I don't need a conversation all night. I'm going to tell you right now, whatever I've done against you, I apologize, and whatever you've done against me, I'm willing to walk a clean slate, but there's going to be a new thing moving forward. I'm going to try and catch myself on all the selfish fucking shit I've done to cause you to want to hurt me. I am the fucking source. You are the mirror. I'm going to work on me for the next 90 days. I'm going to say some really stupid shit, and I'm going to say sorry for it right after I say it because I'm aware of it now.
You know how many panties you just dropped online right now? That's so hot.
Send me foot
That's
pictures.
all we want to hear. Like how can you not move on from that? Just ownership?
It's the guy.
I like it.
It's that simple.
All right, I love your face again.
Yeah. I'm going to clean my side of the street.
Exactly.
How do I dig my way out of this? You stop, you put down your fucking shovel, and you don't need to weaponize anything. It's not about her right now. She's simply a fucking mirror. So you weaponize against her. What you're doing is you're weaponizing against your own reflection, which is you. That's it. And if you're like most men, you've been really clever about how fucking cute you are, and you're not cute. You're fucking dumb. Like the guy yesterday who couldn't pay the entire tuition to get in. He could only pay a part of it. And I said, that's fine. A lot of people do that. He goes, no. I'm committed to being all in. I go, I don't care what you've committed to be. Your way doesn't fucking work. Start right now. Your coach is telling you start right now. No. I know myself. I know you too, bro. You don't do what the fuck you say you're going to do, and you're doing it right in front of me. And you're lying to yourself, and you're making yourself seem fucking virtuous because you will come in all in when you're ready. You're dumb. You're fucking dumb. Why? Because you've lied to yourself. You've lied to yourself. All you guys fucking lie to yourselves. All of you. You think you're something, you're not. You think you show up the way, you don't. You wonder why she doesn't do the things you want to do because you're not what you fucking want. This is your report card. You like it or don't you? But I don't know how to deal with fucking liars like you. Because you're never going to get what the fuck you want when you keep buying into your own lying bullshit. That's why her and I can be honest with each other, because we don't fucking lie to each other. Because I won't lie to myself. That's why I tell you, you don't have to listen to anything I fucking tell you. Don't. But if you want to get your dick wet and your wife to fucking want you, you might want to pay attention. So clean your side of the street and don't be fucking dumb.
Your passion.
Oh God, I'm so money with these fucking flyers. I'm just so tired of men's bullshit. I just don't even fucking tolerate it. It's so, the elaborate schemes a man will come up to lie to himself, to not actually do the work. I asked this guy, he goes, I really want you to be my coach. I said, I'm coaching you right now and you won't do what the fuck I'm telling you to do.
Dang.
I'm coaching you right now. Yeah, that's not how I do it. With no fucking shit. You're the one who says you have a 3 out of 10 fucking marriage, you dum-dum. I have a fucking 11 out of 10. As much as I love hearing all the success stories, I also want to fucking like rear naked choke some motherfuckers because I just think they're so dumb. And sometimes they're even my own clients. They're even inside and they're doing the same shit.
You're like, stop.
And I'm like, and you know what? I ain't mad at him. Like really ain't not mad at him. I go, Jesse would tell you that was Keith. Mm-hmm. Shucking and jiving, making shit up, pretending, not being the man. All the way, I wanted you to look at me like I was the man, but I wouldn't fucking be the man.
Yes.
That's the fucking deal.
Yep.
That's where the passion's coming from.
That's why it's easy
I love
to
this
see.
guy. I hope this guy, I still want to save and help this man because he's blind to his own bullshit. Mm. I love him even more. I love that fucker even more because I'm like, oh, you're so blind that when you actually become the truth, you're actually going to actually have character. It's going to propel you to where you want to go. Right now, you're just fucking circle jerking your own little opinion.
Yep.
But once you get it, boom, this guy's going to go. So I love this guy. I get mad for him. Like, oh, I'm so mad that you're so fucking dumb right now.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm so mad that you're mad. It's because I care. I can't not care. I'm emotionally controlled with you, with almost every situation. But when I see a man fucking shooting himself in the foot and then he's saying, why the fuck is the carpet messy with blood? I just want to grab him by the neck and go, I love you too much to let you keep doing this.
Because you're like yelling at your old self.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
And you're like, if only I knew this then. I'm trying to get you out of it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because on this side is amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that willingness to speak truth, bear truth. Every one of my one-on-one clients knows what I learned this week already. They already know. Because I talk with them, and when they're saying like, that same lesson you're going to learn here, but it's going to show up like this. But it's the exact same fucking lesson. So when you learn this one, can you just learn it here? It's going to be less embarrassing than if you have to learn it here. But this one's still going to be embarrassing. It's okay. Because that's where you start to get oh, that's embarrassing. And you're exposed, aren't you? Yeah, I don't like it. Mm-hmm. Cool. Do you want to grow? I have to now. So I'm talking to them, which is me. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's just, oh man, if I would have just seen this, before and I didn't know, I didn't even fucking know. Lost. Mm-hmm. Telling my friends who were agreeing with me.
Yep.
Because they were just as fucking lost. The blind leading the fucking blind. Blind. The 3 blind mice, just where are we going? Anywhere you go, we'll go because that feels pretty good. And it's just a blind motherfucker leading a blind motherfucker. And they're getting a little crumb of success every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Or they feel good about themselves because the secretary's hitting on them and they're like, I'm a prize. Really? The secretary's hitting on you. You're a fucking prize?
Yep. How
about a high value woman? What does she actually think? Oh, she doesn't like your shit. Mm-hmm. I'm done. Hey, keep crushing it. No, I'm not done. Go to marriedgabe.com so we can help you, please. And when you show up, don't come up with some fucking fancy reason to how cool you are, why you can't join the program when you fucking know you need it. Like, this is just so dumb. This is so dumb. Just come and tell us all your bullshit. Guess what? I did it 20 times worse than you. I was dumber than you, stupider than you, made more excuses than you, lied more than you, bullshitted more than you, fucked around more than you, messed it up more than you, talked shit more than you, trashed my marriage more than you, all of this more than you. And here we are. Yeah. Actually fucking know what to do now. So, no matter how fucked up you think you are or where you've gone, go to marriedgame.com. Let's end up on the phone to each other and let's deal with some truth so you can actually get what the fuck you want. Anything else, Jessie Joy?
I love it.
All right, well, keep crushing it because that shit is contagious.